Hello there, and welcome to another Starfield ship review video. In today's video, we're going to be looking at the Unknown Ship, which is a ship that appears in a random encounter where they try and sell you insurance. Pretty much, it's like a scam. But they basically appear, they're just called the Unknown Ship, and they try to basically sell you some pyramid scheme. So yeah, I decided to see if I could take it, and I can, so we're going to do a review about it. Just looking at it, it's a very unique looking ship. I don't know if it's based off of anything. I don't think it is. I've yet to see anything with this style. It seems to be a mix of everything. It's got some Hope Tech, some Shroud Eklund, some Nova Galactic, some Tayo, and some Deimos. Pretty interesting ship. Just keep in mind, if you want to take this ship, I'll show you how you can get it at the end, but you're going to have to board it and kill the people on board, and you're going to get hated. So obviously another route would be if you build it, which at the end of the video I'll also do a teardown. But yeah, looking at its stats, it's got 520 fuel, which is pretty decent. There's your both fuel tanks on the front there. It's got a hull of 508, which is pretty weak. Like, this thing went down pretty easily. I had to like save because I accidentally overshot it and killed it twice. And then it's got a cargo capacity of 1250, which is pretty decent cargo capacity. They are there for them containers. It's an A-class ship, or A-class reactor, 18 power, which, I mean, that's on the lower end. It is an A-class, so you're not expecting an awful lot. But it can probably just barely get the job done with what's the default configuration. It's got a crew of 3. Jump range of 16 light years, which is extremely weak. I couldn't get this home to Parima, or home. I couldn't get this to Paradiso the normal way. I had to stand outside the ship, not outside, but like the way you fast travel. Basically, you get out of your seat and you can fast travel to certain destinations. So yeah, if you plan on using this as your daily driver, I would increase the jump drive capabilities. Shield wise, it's got 405, which is really, really low. And then it's got 2 weapons. It's got ballistic weapons, a single ballistic weapon, and a single missile launcher. So yeah, it's not very armored or armed. So let's really quickly. The reason I'm purchasing it is because I've noticed, because I have like certain stat increases from perks. If I sell it to a vendor, I can see the default perks without the default stats without my perks interfering. So yeah, that's why you won't find it here if you come to Parimo. Just gonna get a quick glamour shot of it. It's an interesting looking ship. That kind of it was protected by Freestar Collective people, which is interesting. I don't know if it's random based on like where you are, but it looks very cool. The orange at the back is very cool. It's very reminiscent of like the original space vessels of our era. So you enter through a Deimos entryway, Deimos cargo bay, leading to a ladder. I swapped the ships out a couple of times, so hopefully the bodies aren't here. Oh, no, they're here. Okay. And immediately we have this all-in-one berth. 3x1 all-in-one berth, which is pretty interesting. Kind of rare. We've also got a little toilet here. Yeah, these are the crew. Freestar security. My crew hate me, so... Okay, apparently Andrea doesn't hate me, but yeah. Yeah, we got a single room here. And then we go up. And here we have a little 1x1 storage room with a docking bridge there. And then we're straight on the Shroud Eklund bridge. I really like this bridge. Ignore the bodies. Really cool bridge. You got some nice panoramic viewing. And then you've got the co-pilot and the navigator seats behind you, and then you've got 2 extra jump seats for your crew if you had, like, say, weapon experts or But yeah, there's not a lot to this. I'm just gonna double check again. Yeah, it seems like there's only 2 modules on the ship, which is, I suppose, interesting. You could definitely, if you wanted to make this your own kind of little starter ship, you could probably swap out that all-in-one berth for like a workshop. So let's take it up into space and see how she performs. So engine-wise, it seems to have... It has pretty small engines. They're like A-class engines, and they're pretty weak ones. So it's taken some damage, so once we jump into orbit, I'm going to really quickly wait. got a lot of lifting potential. It's got their tile on the front and back. So I'm not expecting much in the line of like maneuverability or anything really. Alright, that took quite a while, like maybe like five minutes, which is interesting. Alright, so let's do quick looking at the power. In the current configuration, I have a perk that increases my power by 5. So for that reason, I'm going to be saving 5 in reserve. But looking at the default configuration, we have enough for everything and then 2 spare for the grav drive. Weapon-wise, we have single ballistic weapon and a missile. You know, you're not going to be doing much with this. This is, obviously this ship wasn't intended for combat, it was intended to try and scam you. But yeah, so we check the speed. It's got a base speed of 150. And then it has a boost speed of... okay, about 600. Pretty fast boost speed. Pretty nice. Do a quick pitch. Okay, despite being an A class, it kind of pitches kind of slow. I'd say it's like a 4 out of 10. And then we're going to do a yaw. Yaw seems a little bit faster, maybe like a 5. Pretty average. And then the roll is always quite average. Yeah, that's the ship itself. We're going to really quickly go down to the planet and do a teardown. Alright, so here we are in the shipbuilder. So I've tore it down a little better just so you can see, because the original method I feel like was very convoluted. So we've got 3 layers here. So on the top layer we have a Viking CP100 cockpit, a Marduk 1010A shield generator from Protectorate Systems, 405 shield A class, 2 of these 500T helium-3 tanks, each giving 210 grav jump fuel. We have 2 of these Stormax 30 cargo holds, each giving 210 hull or cargo. We have a Nova Galactic companionway 1x1, a Shroud Eklund Connect Pro Docker top. We have a 350T Stellarator reactor from Amandon. And then we've got some extra 100G helium-3 tanks that each give 50. And then weapon-wise on the bottom here underneath the bridge, we have a Dangan PB RF autocannon from Shinigami. That gives, it's an A class, got a range of 1000, and it does 10 hull damage and 3 power. And then we've got Sukisasu 13K missile launcher from Shinigami. A class, 4250 range, 39.89 damage to both shields and hull, and then a max power of 3. So on the second layer here, we have 2 of these Hope Tech bumper A's, 2 of these Deimos hull A's, a Deimos all-in-one berth 3x1, 2 more of these Stormax 30 cargos. We've got 2 of these Pinpoint 4G landing gear starboard and port from Tayo. The 2 main engines are White Dwarf 3000 from Reladine. They are A class with 15,270 engine thrust and 2,820 maneuvering thrust. And then we've got this Deep Core Helios 100 grav drive A class, which gives 16 grav jump. And then on the bottom floor here, or the bottom tier, we have 2 of these Nova Galactic NG landing gear 4. We have a 120 LD Deimos landing bay. And we have a 100 cm ballast cargo hold from Sextant that gives 210. So yeah, that's the ship itself. Now I'm going to really quickly show you where I found it. Alright, so here we are here. So every time you jump into a system or make any sort of a jump, there is a chance of random encounters happening. I got this random encounter, which is the ship here, unknown ship. When you hail it, they basically have been trying to contact you about your ship's extended warranty. It's pretty funny. But you can choose to talk to them more and they will scam you out of money, or you can attack them. Now be advised, when you do attack them, your crew will hate you. So yeah, pretty kind of ironic that, you know, they're trying to scam and you try to put a stop to them and your crew like, no. But yeah, that was the video anyway. Hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know, are you when you come across these guys, do you normally hear them out? Do you give them some money? Do you kill them on sight? Do you see this as a sort of ship you'd kind of like to fly? Maybe like roleplay as the scammers yourself? Don't forget to subscribe and check out some of my other reviews. Thanks for watching as always, guys.